Hello, everyone. My name is Danny Ross, and I'm going to be your host today for the AI Lunch and Learn. Please, if this is your first time here, share in the chat where you're from and put a one in the chat if this is your first time, just so I can see who's new and how we can have some fun today. We try to do this every Tuesday, lunchtime, noon, Eastern time. This one is called AI Lunch and Learn. This tool here we call BuildBiz.ai is a platform with 60 plus AI tools, and we record all of these. It's very easy for you to go back and review any particular episode regarding a specific tool. You can watch the video and just kind of
AI Lunch and Learn. I
so
am your
there you go.
host, Dan.
So very easy to go back in time, look at a particular platform tool. Also, by way of introduction, I've been doing this for over 30 plus years in different spaces. My last corporate job was Microsoft before I started this company in 2023. I specialize in AI tools. Today's training is going to be one of our new lessons. The tool and training model we're using for this year, by the way, Happy New Year, is called Drive AI. The idea is to use AI in the most effective way possible for small to medium sized businesses. I'm going to give you all of the links. That particular platform is called buildbiz.ai. So let's start off with one other request from the audience. I like audience participation. Part of what I do in this training is I like to use real world examples. Please go ahead and put into the chat your business domain name or URL, and so that I can make it part of the exercises that we're going to do today. Feel free to share. While you do that, I'll drop some links in the chat. The first one is the buildbiz.ai link, as promised. The second one is if you want to contact me and get on my calendar, and then some of the other app links. One of the tools I use a lot is the voice in tool. You'll see me speaking to the AI. I just find it faster than typing. But again, we can utilize these tools in any shape or fashion. Okay, I see we've got one URL here. Perfect. Thank you, Sharon. And so I'm going to grab one of these here. Let me see if I can grab the link here. AI, be nice here. Let's drop this in here. All right, so we've got two of them. Which one do you want me to start with, Sharon? I can do either one. We can do the first one. Absolutely. Let's go to that URL. Very nice looking site. I like it. Attorneys. Perfect. Very nice layout. And so let's include that in our first exercise. So I'm going to go to one of our favorite friends here, one of my buddies, ChatGPT. Now you can use any LLM for this. I'm just going to use this one simply because it allows us to, most people are familiar with it, but I'm also going to show you the same exercises in multiple areas. Let's do this one here. Here's a simple prompt. If you attend our 7 p.m. session, I take this a little slower and I actually break down how to create a prompt. And again, it works irrespective of which AI tool. I will touch on some of the pieces of a prompt. In the 7 p.m. session, I spend quite a bit of time. Let's do that. I've got that link here. Let's grab your domain name one more time, and we'll include that in this test here. All right, let's drop it right here. And good. Let's go ahead and let it run. And while it's running, I'll explain the prompt. First thing you want to do whenever you're prompting any AI tool is basically set the context. In other words, tell the AI who you want it to be, who do you want to invite to the party. In this case, or the conversation, you are a digital marketing expert specializing in website analysis. Now, this prompt is not very complicated, but it does a good job of starting the conversation with the AI. Okay. And then I'm telling it I want to use it for website analysis. I want to look at SEO and AEO. I'll come back and explain what those are in just a second. I want you to review this URL for improving engagement and conversions. Any business you want to be in the business of acquiring new customers, new members, sell a particular product or service. You want to increase revenue, you want to grow your business. If you are a nonprofit, you want to increase membership, you want to increase sponsorship, you want to get your message out to the world. Again, everybody has, generally speaking, if they're in business, the same goals. And so what we wanted to do is review this website link, and ultimately, I want to improve functionality, increase conversions, and grow revenue. Very straightforward, very simple. I'll drop this prompt into the chat as well. And I'm also going to share this thread when I'm done so you can get all of it. It's a simple prompt I use all the time. You should use this prompt maybe once a quarter so that you refresh, rethink, update your website presence. Any business should be doing this on the regular. It's telling us very clearly here, SEO, AEO focus, what's working. It's got easy call to actions telling people what to do. Trust stacking is high. That means there's lots of things on the page that says, hey, you can trust me. It has content, blog posts, and cues inside of articles, and payments, and it tells you the messaging of the page. Biggest conversation conversion bottleneck is the consultation page is too thin for how important it is. That's interesting. They're just saying that it believes, now remember, it's only looking at the first page. It's not looking at all of these other pages. It doesn't actually go through every page. You probably want to have it review all of your other major pages as well so that it can get all of this additional data into the thread. And all you would do is just rerun the prompt and point it to different pages. By the time it's finished, you can say very simply, consolidate all of these results into one thing. And so let's say, for example, it says here that this one here, the consultation page is too thin for how important it is. It just says call us with minimal expectations. If you're in a regulated industry, such as legal, real estate, insurance, you have to tell the AI, I'm in a regulated industry, which means you can only have a certain limit on the amount of salesy content on your page. If you're in a regulated industry, you have to tell the AI. Keep in mind that this business is in a regulated industry, specifically the legal industry, comma. In your review of the website page, keep that in mind in your suggestions for SEO and AEO improvements, comma. Also take a look at this page and add it to your review analysis. All right, so as you can tell, my goal here is to tell it, hey, check out these other pages. And so we have this one here, which talks a little bit about the attorneys. And so it has some media, it has practice areas, and it kind of walks through some of the content that is laid out. Now, from a AI point of view. Now, I don't know who developed your website, and I know that when you have a lot of things that you do, sometimes the thought process in your menuing system is to have separation so that it's clear. But if you do that, that's fine. However, you might also want to consider creating content on this page or any of these other multi-menu pages that summarizes that content. And the reason why is from a SEO and AEO point of view, you want to make it easy for the systems to index everything. Somewhere on here, you might have a robots.txt file or an LLM file. I can never remember all of these file names. But somewhere on your website, you want to make it so that the AI can find everything about you. It doesn't come to these incorrect conclusions that you are not giving a lot of data and information. This page here is what I always recommend you have, and I would actually also recommend that you have FAQs at the bottom of each one of your pages. And the reason why is when AI is looking to learn about your business, you don't ever want to make it difficult for it to do that. And the same thing applies to humans who are on your website. FAQs are extremely important in teaching AI about your business. Now, let's talk about why is this important. SEO means search engine optimization, which was critical to getting found. As you may have noticed, everyone is using LLMs like ChatGPT, Gemini, Siri on their phone to find things now. When I have a question, I don't go to google.com anymore. I pretty much just ask an AI to help me find it. Because number one, the feedback is conversational. It doesn't just give me a bunch of links. It gives me much more detailed information. It helps me actually answer the question. And so all of that is extremely critical to learning. It helps me that I'm always getting the best answer. And that answer is conversational. It's not just a bunch of links. It actually answers the question. That's the difference and why people are using AI. FAQs are really, really important. And more importantly, when you create the FAQs, you want them to be AEO friendly in the sense that AEO stands for, and there's a couple of meanings for this, but the most popular one is AI engine optimization. It's kind of an upgrade to SEO. It still uses SEO, it still uses, it still incorporates keywords, but now it's in a conversational sentence structure. That's why FAQs are so important to teach the AI about your business and service. So you can effectively you can see this keyword optimization is still here and it's telling you what to add to your FAQs and the rest of your content. And the other part is the FAQs now answer questions. Think of it as a 24 by 7 chatbot that basically is always available. You can place that on your website. And I saw you had a chatbot on your website, which is also great so that it can answer questions for you when you're not there. But again, you want to make it AEO friendly. So you would go the next level, upgrade the content on your page to be AEO friendly. And again, I'm going to share this whole thread with you. Now that we've got a general understanding of your business, this applies for every business, let's go ahead and say, hey, now I want to get a better understanding of my target persona for my business. Based on what you've learned about my organization, please give me a detailed demographic persona that I can incorporate into my marketing campaigns. Now I'm asking AI to help me understand better about who is interested in my business based on its analysis of my website page. And what it'll do is really interesting. It gives me a name of a fictitious persona or person, age group, and its idea of who I should be targeting for marketing efforts. It gives me information. All of this comes into how they feel, how they think, who I should be targeting in my messaging, wherever I'm putting, my marketing out there, posting content out there in social media, however I'm reaching out, LinkedIn, it doesn't matter. These are my targets as far as the type of people. And by the way, you'll pull in everybody else, but these are my targets. And then this is the secondary targets. This is really good. It's giving me about a good information. Now, there's a couple of different pieces that AI can also help you with. We can say to it, hey, now that you have an understanding of my business and my target persona, I want you to help me create an updated business brief that takes advantage of this new information. Now, to explain, a business brief allows you to summarize your business in a clean, simple format. You can do this in multiple ways. Let me log in as myself and show you around the Build Biz platform a little bit. The Build Biz platform is here. Once you hit this page, it tells you a little bit about what the platform does. It is 60 plus tools. Once you sign up, you can sign up for free. You get 11 free ebooks immediately and can start a trial for 7 days. It's really easy to get right into it. Once you hit the platform, you'll land on this page. There's a Start Here button. And in the start here, there's a welcome video. There's a replay of one of our last webinars that we do at 7 p.m. on Tuesdays every 2 weeks, and we're doing one tonight. Feel free to stop by. Let me give you the link for that as well. This one is more focused on let me drop this in here so you get to it. This is more focused on yep, January 6th. Okay. So I just want to make sure my dates are updating automatically. Anyway, you can simply jump in here and you can see we're going to be focusing on a similar methodology to what we're talking about today. This is the business brief I created. In the 7 p.m. session, we take more time. We talk about what is AI. We talk about the create method, which is the prompting methodology that we recommend and teach on. This walks you through. These are your core value propositions. It's pulling this right from the data we gave it. Now, how do you get this business brief to be even more precise? There's a couple of ways you can do that. In the platform, let's go back to the platform. One of the next tabs that I highly recommend is the Big Dream Generator. The Big Dream Generator allows you to walk through in a straightforward way to get the same type of document, industry focus, target audience, core problem. This is built into the platform. It's just one of the tools that are in here. And when you're done, you're going to end up with the same type of document that ChatGPT created for us, just a little bit faster. The questions and things are in here. And you can take this document that it's created, you can export it, you can just copy it, that kind of thing. It gives you the whole thing here, and you can just grab it and use it anywhere you need to use it, including AI or some other tools. There's a tool called the AI Sales Coach. By the way, to give you a little background on the platform, it works like your phone. You can move the icons around. You can put one in your favorites. It's kind of like your home screen on your phone. You can also search for AI or sales coach and go right to it. This tool is similar to ChatGPT in that you can ask it questions. Now that I have my business brief, I could keep working on this here because the next thing we want to do is start creating actual content that we're going to use in either our marketing outreach, our posting for social media. You can ask it to convert this business brief into an executive summary. If you've got a meeting coming up, you can have it create messaging framework tied to that persona. You could tell it to help you rewrite your homepage. You can tell it build a 90-day marketing execution plan. Once you have the core, you can do a lot of different things. That's what we're talking about here, is using AI in a simple, practical way to build out content that you can use. Once you train up this thread or you build this in the AI sales coach, you can use this for all kinds of things. For example, here in this one here, I used it to create a 90-second video sales letter script for this company, Nurse One. I just told it, here's all of the information in my business brief. I want you to help me write that 90-second VSL or video sales letter. Sorry. Acronyms are one of those things I have to always remember to explain. So it wrote this out. I can take this and put it anywhere. Give me a 90-second VSL script that I can use to introduce visitors to my website on my business, comma, make it persuasive, but again, keep it within the boundaries of the legal regulations for the state of Georgia as to what I can say and not say in a video, period. Give me just the script, no directions or additional narration, comma, just the text. Now, the reason why I told it specifically that I don't want to have anything too salesy in there, As again, you have to be understanding of your own business industry and what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. Just keep all of that. Alrighty. So now that we have this, all right, let me go back here. You're a digital mark. Oh yeah, I shared that. I'm reading the comments. Sorry. I'm catching up on the comments. Please keep the comments coming and the questions. Practice area page. Okay, yes, absolutely, Sharon. You should definitely on each page, if you have like 10 hidden buried links, you should absolutely summarize the information either at the top or the bottom before the links or below the links of what's the content about. It helps both your visitor. It's something as simple as saying we have many specialties within our company, but here's a quick description of the types of things. The idea is you want people to drill down into the specific area of law they're interested in, but you don't want to make them search for it. If you can answer their questions in a general way, you should absolutely do that about you and your organization. It's also the same for me as a user. I dislike going into having to go to a page, back out, go to a page, back out. There's some logic to having it separated, but things like FAQs should be at the bottom of every page, especially if the FAQs can be focused on whatever that page is about. That's very helpful. And then your attorney profiles, why do I want to go to a separate page for each person? I know there's a lot of content for Sharon and probably as much content for Brandon, but the idea is you do want to make it easy for people and they don't have to keep going back and forth to the menu to the links. That's just a kind of an updated 2025, 2026 kind of way that people are looking for things. And so you don't want to make it difficult for them to find anything about you. Just as a high level, your website is very, very good. I'm not saying anything negative. I'm just thinking of ways to improve and consider things to add to it. I do recommend that you continue to build out your content. That's the beauty of it as well. You have the ability to add to your website. Just continue to add new content. That's also good to get found by AI engines. It wants to know that you're the authority. You're constantly adding new information. For instance, you have media and your blog page here. You're either adding this content or you have somebody that does this for you. This is great. It's up to date, and you want to feed this into your AI engine functionality as well. This is really good. Most people start a blog and then it just dies on the vine. It's never updated. This is really good that your automation or a human is keeping this up to date. It's really important to continue adding content to your website. Okay. So really cool. I like the resources. This is always really good to have free information that people can get to. It shows that you are an authority and you're helping people, and all of that adds up to getting found in AI engine. This is really, really good. All right, then Triska has a page. We'll also go to Triska and take a look at it. Perfect. We'll do both. All right. So now that we have this video thing here, let's talk about what other AI tools you might want to use. This training today is focused on AI tools that are useful in a business. Things like creating a video is useful in a business. And in the platform, we have a tool that you can easily take your script that we just had it create. By the way, this tool does work on just putting in the domain name of a business. The purpose of creating the script is going to be more detailed. In other words, we're bringing in content from all of the links on your website, or not all, but a few more links, and putting it together into one script. That's why we created the business brief. So it summarized everything about our business first. And then now we're going to take it to the next level by pushing it out to another tool, an AI tool. And again, you don't have to use the BuildBiz platform. You can use any video creation tool. The process to get to that video is essentially the same. In the BuildBiz platform, the tool is called AI Videos, and it essentially allows you to have AI create a easy way to create a video for your business.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform.
You can pick a voice. That's the voice you hear all over the internet. You can pick music. You can upload your own music. By the way, in the platform, there is a tool that will create instrumental music that you can use. Then you can pick colors. You normally, from a branding point of view, you want to pick colors that match your website. The subtitles, the text, we're just going to pick something here. You have that color on your accent color on your website. You can pick how many slides, which basically equates to how long the video is going to be. You can decide if it's going to be portrait or landscape. And once you do those steps, you're pretty much ready to go. And you tell it to create that video, it will start working on it. And so let's go back to the the actual slide deck. I usually can see most of my training I'm using live. I want to try to always focus in on real world examples. One of the discussion points I'm always talking about is how does AI actually help you on a daily basis? One of the things is don't get overwhelmed. You don't need to know any technical jargon. You don't have to worry about taking notes because it's going to be recorded and I'll share the recording with you. You will focus on understanding the system first. That's why I kind of started the way I started. And then we'll keep working on it, keep working on real world applications. And then tools will work into it after you understand the concepts. Okay. So there's thousands of AI tools out there. It's coming out all of the time. So it can get very confusing. That's why I created the BuildBiz.ai platform so that it's all consolidated into one place, 60 plus tools in one place, just to make it easy. Doesn't mean you stop using what you have, but you might. Ultimately, you can get started. The nice thing about this tool, by the way, you start your 7-day free trial. If you decide you don't want to, don't worry about it. And it's $19.95 a month, by the way. I didn't mention that. Very inexpensive for all of the tools you get. There are some tools like this AI tool that does use what we call credits. And so credits are $6.99 for 1,000. This tool uses 50 credits every time you generate a video. So you can get quite a bit of value out of $6.99. All right, it's done. Let's take a look at what it created.
Now is the moment to get clear, reliable guidance on what comes next. At Sharon Jackson Attorney at Law, we focus on Georgia family law, divorce, child custody, child support, and the issues that matter most. We translate Georgia law into plain language, outline your options, and walk beside you with care and professionalism. Informed decisions lead to better outcomes, and every family deserves a strategy as unique as they are. Whether you're considering divorce, facing a custody challenge, or seeking to modify a court order, accurate information can change your path. Visit our site for resources and schedule a consultation today. Move forward with clarity, confidence, and a trusted advocate on your side.
The power of AI really starts to rock and roll here is that you can continue to improve it, create an updated video, and really have no idea of what you're doing. I'll give you an example. You can have it regenerate the image that it chose to use, or you can grab an image that you already have that's more meaningful and update it. In the attorney section, we've got a nice photo of Sharon. Wouldn't it make much more sense to actually have her image or photo when we mention her name? If we go back now to the actual page where it's talking about that image, I'll download it just so I have it on my hard drive in case we want to use it somewhere else. And then I will upload that image that we just grabbed. There we are. I will upload that image. Now that makes a whole heck of a lot more sense. Something big just changed. Now is the moment to get clear, reliable guidance on what comes next. That image is kind of boring. It doesn't really relay the visual of what we want. First of all, let's go back here. Family law experience you can trust. I like that image. That's a good image. Divorce, alimony, child custody. These are really good images that relay a story, and that is what you want. Images with children being affected are always highly effective when you're communicating with people. And I do not see that image here. It's in your backend somewhere. I can grab it out of your metadata, but I'm not going to go through all of that right this second. If you're using Chrome, you can easily get to the console so that you can see everything that's on the page. And so you can see all of the different things and you can go through the elements on the page and find that particular image. It's publicly available. It's on your website. So you can download that image. Anyway, if you're building the website, you have all these images. My point is, if you had somebody else build a website for you and you wanted to get an image on your website, you're perfectly allowed to do that. Now is the moment to get clear. We may want to change that image to something a little bit more meaningful. Let me do this. I can grab this text content and then I'm going to duplicate my tab so I can get another tool to play with. In the AI tools, there are many tools. One of my favorites is hyperrealistic images. I could drop in something big just changed. Now is the moment to get clear. Give me an image related to family law and the challenges. I don't think this is a particularly good prompt for this tool, but I'll play with it and see what it gives me. We'll give it that one. And by the way, I'm going to also show you some other things. Oh, by the way, realistic AI image generator can create some really cool images. You'll see these types of images in my ads. So I use these myself. It can create just about any image that you can prompt. And you don't have to know anything about image prompting. You'll see these ads and things that I do all over the place using these same tools. You can use tools like NVIDIA, but don't let the tool get in the way. The point is using AI to get where the things that you want out of it. I could say to ChatGPT something like, you are a digital marketing expert. Give me an image prompt which summarize the feeling of legal challenges in family law and using the information above, include in the prompt how we help solve those challenges. Period. Make them photorealistic and one by one square images. Simple. It can take those kind of prompts. You can drop them into tools like the one here. There's other tools like InVideo. Actually, let's use ideogram. Sorry, I'm thinking of InVideo for creating videos. Ideogram is for creating powerful images. I'm gonna grab this one. I'll do a 9 by 16, which is vertical, or I could do 16 by 9, which is the shape of our video. Grab that image and let's see what it generates. So I got this prompt here. I can take this same prompt. I can drop it into hyperrealistic. It gave me that one there. I'm gonna put this more detailed prompt. I didn't think that particular prompt was really good. Let me try this one here. This one is good from the standpoint, AI is really good at telling you how to prompt other AI, by the way. I use that all the time. I'll just pop it in and say, hey, give me some ideas. All right, let's see what it came up with. These are better. I like that. It's not particularly photorealistic, so it didn't do what I wanted there. This one's a little better, but it doesn't show family issues. Okay, so let's see what other prompts the AI gave. Very expression is calm. This one is a child's hand while a courthouse building in the back. That looks like it'd be a better prompt. Family law, serious topic. You want to relay the pain involved in these types of situations in an image. You want to get that image that grabs someone's attention right away. And that's the purpose of the exercise we're doing right now. Taking the text and creating an image that relays a lot of the pain. All right, what's a great tool or platform for manuscripts? AJ, when you say manuscript, are you talking about a book, a play? Could you give me a little bit more information on what type of manuscript you're speaking about? Just trying to go through here. Input your voice instead of using the AI voice. Absolutely. Yes, you can. Let's go back here and see what ideogram came up with. Oh, these are much better. I like this one. That's really good. That is also good. Wow, these are good images. I like the images of the child in front of the courthouse. That is a really good image. That's a powerful image. These are the types of things that you would work on in this script. Now you get the idea of where I'm going with this. So let's do this one. I like that one. So you immediately get an emotion. Anything you type in this box, the AI will read. This smiling face is definitely not a good image. We're going to get a better one there. We have these here, and I don't want to get bogged down into creating the perfect video, but I wanted to show you how easy it is to edit. Okay, this one is pretty good. This one's not bad. You can tell the AI in the platform that it's doing a good job, and you can download these images. You also know the community you're serving, so you want to make sure your images is diverse and or specific depending on your target audience. Photorealistic and professional family attorneys. This one I think would be much better for that one that we're trying to create. We'll create this one. We'll generate that one and drop it in here. You can drop these into any of these tools and have it generate the images. I'm generating them in different tools. The purpose of that is just to show you it doesn't matter what tool, as long as you have effective prompting. They could not keep my voice from sounding robotic. Ken, we're hiring you to do this for us. You can use the right tool. Sharon, I was reading your question here. I tried to create an AI video, but they couldn't keep my voice from sounding robotic. Can we hire you to do this for us? The answer is, of course. We're happy to help you. Just use my calendar and you can jump on a quick meeting and kind of work on it with you. There's plenty of AI tools that will not sound robotic. So yes, we can work with you. Photorealistic image. This one is pretty simple. You can see that both of the people in here are essentially the same. You want to be very specific. You can say black female attorney, the client, and then you could be specific about the client. You could say Latina. Actually, it doesn't matter who the client is. It just matters. Let me try to explain this. AI is not particularly good at creating diverse ethnic representations in photos. It's really important that you tell it specifically who you want in the image. This goes back to good prompting. This is you're telling the AI, this is who I want to see here and here. And again, your business, you decide, but the main thing is you have to be specific because of how AI is. In this case, it still seemed to give me two black females because I only asked for one black female and then the Latina client. It did not quite get that. One of the great things about AI is it works 24 hours a day. And what that means is you never have to worry. This is not a tool that charges you for each generation. So you can generate as many times as you want. What I do like about Ideogram is you can tell it to generate four at a time. This is exactly what I was talking about. Remember that if you don't specify, it is generally going to be a pretty monochrome image. You want to be very specific on the types of images you want. And it's just the nature of AI. You have to tell it what you wish. Black professional female attorney. Tina. Trust. Realistic phone. Other than that, it did a good job. I'll just tell it to go again. All right, so while that's generating, let's finish up this video. This is pretty good. I like the attorney. Now, this AI, unfortunately, I've used it so much that it really does assume I always want black people. That is not the case, but that's fine. It's still a pretty decent image. I'll grab it. AI does learn. When you tell it you like something, that's why you have to be specific. Here, lead to better outcomes. What I was getting at here is this photo has nothing to do with your business. You want to tell it, I want an image that matches my business. This image matches better, whether you're considering that one is pretty good. And then this one, while good, was not the image that I would choose to end a video. It just doesn't really relay anything about my business. I would want to have something that perhaps focuses like this image right here. This is what we were grabbing it for in the first place. Let's go ahead and find that image that I grabbed earlier. Let's see if we can get it. I might have to crop it. Yeah, it's still showing the child. I like that. And that first image is good. That one's good. That one's fine. Boring, but fine. And so now we would regenerate. And by the way, if it has anything wrong in the text, you would just tell it, hey, I want to do different text. All right. So the other tool, someone asked, can I do this with my voice? Yes, there's a tool in here called AI Spokesperson. What's fun about this tool is you can create some really fun projects.
It's a free guide, and it's packed with things you don't learn in school, like how long charting actually takes, how to speak up without feeling embarrassed, why time
So
management.
you can create anything from any
Hey, real.
image. So like, for instance, I could take the photo that I just got from Sharon's website and create content based on that photo.
Welcome to the Hope Law, the sanctuary for healing and personal growth. Our mission is to transform lives through comprehensive therapy, wellness, and training programs. Guided by world-class experts in therapeutic wellness, we build supportive communities.
So
Hey,
you
real.
can, when you're building your project, and this is one way to do it yourself, you can tell the project by giving it your script. You can then, in the voiceover section, you would tell it, which voice you want to use. One of the features of this tool is you can upload your own voice. So you don't have to use an AI generated voice. For example, please upload your audio file. You can upload, I want to use my own voice and my own video, and you can train the AI to use your voice. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it, and this is the one that I use every day. I don't use it so much for creating voiceover, but in the platform is a link to a tool called Descript. Descript is a really fun tool in that you can have projects. This is where I upload my recordings from training, like today's training. So this is the video this is from 424, and we were doing some rework on this video.
Today, I'm pleased to announce we've come out of the AI workstation.
Actually, let me pick one that is just my voice to help you understand a little better. There we go. This one is just my voice, but you can have multiple people in the video, and you can still do the same thing that I'm going to show you right now. So I can have this voice, this video here. Why am I always picking Thursday? Wow, that is bizarre. Let's try Tuesday. Tuesday is one I do by myself. Thursdays, I have Joel on. He's one of my partners, and we do a different type of training. So if I jump here. The key thing about agents are when you upload the video, you can actually have the AI run through the whole video and take out all of the ums and the ahs automatically. It'll edit for clarity, and it'll take out anything that's just fluff words, sentences, whatever, things that don't have any real meaning in the video. But you can also go in and add I'm telling content, specific things. So it's using my voice. Hello, Tuesday class. We are learning about editing videos. And so I could tell it, okay, that's what I wanted to say. Right here, you see I have Danny Ross. I have set the speaker in this whole video as Danny Ross. So I can tell it that's who I wanted to utilize. And so if I go here, then I want you to email it to me at danny@digitalexpress.ai.
Hello, Tuesday class. We are learning about editing videos.
I'm telling it, so you can pick any voice if I want to. Let's do this. So I can change the voice to Danny Ross. I'm picking the actual voice of myself. So I can say that's who I want to be the voice in here. You heard it picked a male voice and it dropped it in there. Let's see if it changed. I don't know if it changed it because it's still in blue.
Hello, Tuesday class. We are learning about editing videos.
It did not do what I wanted it to do. I wasn't paying attention to what I actually asked it to do. Hold on a second. Let's change the speaker to Danny Ross. Why is it not picking me? Wow, that is interesting. Sorry, it's my own fault here. I'm playing around, and for some reason, it's not picking my actual voice out of the mix. I'm telling it specific things that I want, so I'm creating a prompt. You can literally write that video, have the speech assigned to a voice, and have it do the voice, which is what I was trying to do. It's a user error, not a system error. If you have something that you need to correct or change, you can easily just change it right here, and the AI will read it in your voice. You can easily create that whole script and have it just read it. That is really, really fun. Anyway, that's one of the tools I also recommend, and you can easily get to it directly from here as well. Okay, cost. How much does this cost? Okay, Chris, could you tell me, and AJ, if you're talking about Descript, there's a lot of different pricing levels in Descript. Pricing and plans, there we go. 24 bucks a month, that's what I'm on right now, but you can start as low as 16. You can definitely test it for free, so no problem there. Let me show you. There's ways to get to all these things. Just go into the platform, free trial, click on the Descript link. You'll get my affiliate code link and it'll drop you right where you need to be. Please check it out. I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. All right, what else do we have here? Questions. I'm just making sure I get everybody's questions. Let me drop the links in again. I had dropped in earlier because we're heading up at the top of the hour. I want to make sure I cover as much as possible. We're obviously going over today. If you can hang around, great. If not, here are the links to contact me. Here's the links to get to the BuildBiz.ai platform, and really appreciate everybody who hangs around. But if you have to go, I completely understand. I like to respect time. A lunch hour is an hour, and we had a good time. I think we learned a little bit. But I'm going to keep going for a few more minutes to wrap this up. We're not going to finish this entire deck today, but I do want to wrap up with we did create a video. So let's go back and take a look at the updated video.
Something big just changed. Now is the moment to get clear, reliable guidance on what comes next. At Sharon Jackson Attorney at Law, we focus on Georgia family law, divorce, child custody, child support, and the issues that matter most. We translate Georgia law into plain language, outline your options, and walk beside you with care and professionalism. Because informed decisions lead to better outcomes, and every family deserves a strategy as unique as they are. Whether you're considering divorce, facing a custody challenge, or seeking to modify a court order, early accurate information can change your path. Visit our site for resources and schedule a consultation today. Move forward with clarity, confidence, and a trusted advocate on your side.
There's a place to upload your logo and drop it in there, or you can just have the logo on the photo that you have here. Let me get you the video itself. By the way, this platform, you get 5 terabytes of data. Let me grab this video and drop it into the chat for you. There you go. And I'm also going to share the link. Let me grab the link for you. And what I'm going to also do, so this is the thread that you can play with. Now, the other things that I want to cover before I jump off is this training. I'm going to have the whole session this evening because I don't mind going longer. And the recording will also be applied. I want to really get into the drive training itself. We're going to do a series on this. Today we were working on deploy. We're going to talk about reach, implementation, validation, and expanding and growing your business. This is all going to be part of this whole series that I'm training on. Today was really only the first one, which is deploy, and we didn't even finish that. I'm going to make sure I finish it next week, or actually I'll probably have to do it on the 7 p.m. session. And I'll have that whole recording of the whole session. We will talk about the whole Drive AI framework and what this is new for 2026. I've also started redoing and revamping. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know that my website is what I jokingly call a catalog website. And it is being reworked. The team is reworking it as we speak. So we're building out more content on what the training is all about and the types of things that are going to be included. Bear with us as we continue to build these out. Take the free AI quiz. And it is a little cute girl that you'll recognize when you go there to take the quiz. She is part of the video processing that we jokingly talk about all the time. And this is built in the same tools as we have here in the BuildBiz.ai platform. Let me go back. Let's see. I just lost her. Hold on. I have a couple of them that I built in AI Spokesperson. And by the way, if you use something like a child or this one here.
You call yourself a CEO, but you don't even know your IQ score. Me? I already know mine. I run things at Recess and in the metaverse. Take the quiz. Beat my score if you can.
I love that. That is just too cute. You can build all of these things into your platform. Let me give you that link as well. And I will go through, what is that link? Server. There we go. I'll drop this link in there as well. It did not go where I wanted it to go at all. There we go. All right, there's the link. I'll drop it in there. You can take the little AI quiz. It basically asks you where you are in your AI journey. Go ahead and check it out. I'm bringing all this content over to my main website page. The VA is building it out. All right, folks, I'm going to jump, but I think we had a little bit of the rest of the training for 2026. You got a sneak preview of some of the changes coming throughout the whole Digital Express AI platform. It was a pleasure meeting everyone. And again, I'll be back on at 7 p.m. tonight, and I will be continuing this training this evening. I want to invite anybody who wants to come to the 7 p.m. session, and we'll be covering a lot of this. All right, Sharon, thanks. Pleasure meeting you. Thanks, everyone on the call. I will see everyone in just a little bit of time. Hey, I like this new tools I'm playing with here on the AI. Anyway, all right, everyone, have a great one. Bye-bye.